When people hear about gravity, what comes to mind? Usually, black holes, bending light, galaxies, or distant waves in space. But let me ask you, why don't we start with something simple, like standing in this room, dropping a pen, or holding out your arm with a weight in your hand? If a theory of gravity can't explain the ordinary things we live with every day, then maybe it's missing something important. Think of a baby. First it struggles to lift its head, then to sit, then to crawl, then to stand. What's the invisible opponent that baby is training against? It's gravity. Not an idea of gravity, but a constant downward press that shapes bones, muscles, and balance. General Relativity, Einstein's famous theory, says, the baby is really falling through space-time and the floor is just pushing up to stop it. But Graviton Pressure Theory says, no. The baby is living in a real downward stream, like standing under water or air flowing from above, and every movement is resistance against that press. Which one sounds closer to what the baby is actually experiencing? Here's something you can do right now. Let your arms hang at your sides. Feels easy, right? Now lift your arms straight out. Immediately you feel effort. Add a heavy object in your hand. The effort multiplies, your muscles burn. Ask yourself, if gravity is just falling, why should the orientation of your arm matter? Why should adding a small weight at the end change the story so much? Graviton Pressure Theory explains it simply. Your arm, your hand, the weight, they're all surfaces catching a downward flow of tiny particles like rain or air. When your arm hangs down, it lines up with the flow. Minimal resistance. When it sticks out, the flow pushes across it, and your shoulder must fight torque. Add weight, and the press increases proportionally. That's what you're actually resisting when your arm gets tired. Not geometry, but a real downward press. Our physiology itself is proof. Bones only grow dense when loaded, muscles strengthen only when pushed against gravity. In orbit, astronauts lose both, because the press is gone. If gravity were only geometry, why would the absence of press cause the body to collapse? It's not just bodies, it's buildings, bridges, rockets. Engineers design every structure to resist downward load. Rockets consume most of their fuel, just escaping the press of Earth. Even our very idea of balance, standing tall, is a dance against gravity's constant stream. If you want to understand how humanity has grown, built, and reached upward, you must see gravity as a real pressure we've been resisting since the dawn of time. So why propose Graviton Pressure Theory? Because general relativity, for all its elegance, stops at description. It says, you are falling, the floor stops you. But it never explains what the floor is stopping. It leaves the load, the weight, the muscle strain, the architectural stress, unexplained except by support. GPT fills that gap. The weight is caused by a real universal press, a flux of gravitons pushing down. It's the same in your tired arm as it is in a rocket leaving Earth. So the next time someone says, if gravity were a press, why don't we feel it? You can answer, we do feel it, constantly. We've just lived in it so long that we've forgotten to notice. From a baby's first step to a building's foundation, to the weight in your hand, every detail of life on Earth testifies to pressure. That is everyday physics, the kind too often ignored when we chase after black holes. And that's why Graviton Pressure Theory exists. Not just to explain the distant stars, but to explain the ordinary truths right here in the room with us.